Welcome back to Apex Files, and today we're analysing another 100 hours. I say another, this is the first time we've done it, shut up Joe. But we're actually analysing 100 hours of gameplay of the Winter Express. This is not all of the games, just to be clear. The game mode has only been out for a few weeks, and I just wanted to get something out about it because it's something I really enjoyed. Me and my mate Corvin actually hopped in a fuck ton of games. We were originally going to play 100 games to see how well we did in those games, but we just thought instead that it would just be easier to just do 100 hours of gameplay, which it wasn't, to then just analyse the best bits of that, which is what we've done here. And I definitely think it'll be a nice little sub-series to the Apex Files, and honestly I am very excited to do more of these, and I really hope you enjoy it. And if you are new here, leave us like a subscription and a like, and it would really show that you like the video, and it would encourage me to make more, because this is what I love doing. As you can see, the Winter Express is a train-based game mode. The train was added in Season 3 of Apex Legends, which is what they've now revolved this game mode around. The 3 teams that are in the game, 3 teams of 3, there's a lot of 3s in that sentence, actually have to battle it out and capture the train. The first person, well, the first team to get the train on the first round will then have to wait on the train to the next stop. There are 4 stops in total, which I've all given little code names and little call-outs, which I'll teach you more down the line. Throughout the map, there are many little geysers that are shooting out of the tracks, which you can jump on to launch you into the air, flying back into the match and also getting back on the train a lot more easier. These are spread throughout all of the tracks, so it's very easy to get around. You can play for all the different legends, and all the different legends actually have their own individual loadouts. They change daily, obviously meaning that, you know, the guns you play with today on this character, maybe the guns that are played on a different character tomorrow. It's different, it's spontaneous, I love it. It definitely adds to Apex's very quick paced, you know, changing, swapping. It's got like a nice little Overwatch tactical side to it, which I absolutely adore. I'm actually thinking now I should just analyse some of the gameplay, because, you know, you don't want to listen to me blabber on this much. As you can see, I've landed down near the train. I've actually got one of the worst loadouts in the game at the time, which was actually Mirage's triple take, which isn't the triple take anymore, so don't fret if you're a Mirage player. I actually remember getting back onto the train and holding it at the P2020. Throughout the game, I obviously got shot at from different points. There's actually 2 mountains either side, left or right of the train at this point, which is actually really bad when you're on top of the train, which obviously got me killed here by Gibraltar, but still, we actually managed to land on. I switched characters to Wraith, using the Havoc, which is what she had at the time, which is a very OP loadout. You can actually use the Havoc to mow down a lot of your enemies very, very quickly. And also, I never really got onto the train in this round, so I actually had to go heal behind rocks, and I eventually had to go fight the remaining players. Got killed by a Caustic. Caustic was heavily equipped at this time. He had quite good guns, so it was quite easy for me to get shot and killed. As you saw just then, I actually was dropping some of my gun parts. I didn't really need anything on my secondary weapon, so I was dropping some of the extra parts to my teammates, which you can still do. You can still swap, drop, and even drop guns for other players, which is a really strange tactic, but it can actually really like go in your favour. There are a lot of guns that don't have extended mags, which you can actually just get off your other gun. There are some, which you'll probably see me do down the line, where you can actually take off the blue extended mag and put it on your primary weapon, which gives you more bullets to shoot at the enemy, which obviously provides you with a lot more fighting power and actually can result in a lot more wins than losses, because people don't expect it. You know, you've got basically a custom loadout and you can do so much more damage with it. Playing as Caustic on this game mode is actually insane. Honestly, he's probably the best pick if you want to get into the game quite easily. For good picks, I'll definitely say it would be obviously go with the guns that are suitable to you. If you're good with those guns, use those guns. But if you want to go legends wise, Caustic's probably one of the best ones. Watson's really good. Octane can be pretty good. Wraith is okay. I wouldn't go with Crypto unless he's got a good loadout, but his drone can be useful at times, but that's only if you're good at using him. And as you can see, when I'm playing Caustic, you can just put the gas on the center car as well, so people can't push on and take the train. After a certain amount of time when you're on the train anyway, it will say capture the center train. Capture the center train is kind of like a tiebreaker, so if you can't capture the sidecars, you actually have to both push in. We actually did capture the train. It does say capture the train at the top, where it is. As you see, I managed to drop one before I died. And yeah, Caustic is definitely a very good like use in this game. He has a very, 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 very good win ratio when it comes to this sort of thing. He's very good at pushing people, he's very good at attacking people, and as you can see, when I'm playing as Wraith here, I pushed forward and killed the guy hiding behind the box. But if I was Caustic, I could have easily gassed him out. Yeah, so that was a mouthful. Watson's also a very, very good addition to this as well. Being able to bar off the different places on the train with the electric fences and the pylons. There are a lot of things that can go wrong, obviously, getting shot out of the place. And if you don't have your pylons ready, which can be a majority of the time, because you do have to wait for your ability to charge up every time you come back and respawn. But when you do get the hang of it, and you actually, sometimes when you manage to get your ultimate, it's actually probably one of the best things you can do. Placing down the anti-grenade pylon, which obviously I've got right there in the middle of the track, is actually a major advantage upon other players, because they cannot throw grenades in, so they can't really destroy anything. It actually can destroy Caustic's ultimate, stopping Caustic's from pushing, and that's just a major advantage. Caustic and Watson have always been quite a versus type relationship. They are two characters that counter each other tremendously. If there is an enemy Watson, you should always play Caustic, because you can throw the Caustic bomb onto their pylons and it will destroy them, obviously unless they have an anti-grenade one, which is always a pain. You've always got to look for those certain bits you need to destroy. And using Caustic against a Watson is quite easy, especially if you can throw your gas traps in a base where it will destroy the people inside and obviously the pylons. But if there is an anti-grenade thing, like I said, you might want to take that out before doing so. Easily done by shooting it. To win a game of the new Winter Express event, you need to capture 3 stations. There are multiple stations on there, 4 stations, and also each game can either result in a win or a tiebreaker, or even no one getting points. There is a little tiebreaker, like I said, where you have to capture the center arc, but if you don't actually get that, it can just say no winners, no points. Fighting away from the train can be a good tactic to reduce the amount of players in the match so they can't actually take over the train, but pushing towards the train is always probably the best option for winning. Essentially, because the game is not about kills, this mode especially, is about getting the objective being the train. Holding the train can be quite easy and also quite hard. It depends on your positioning. Obviously, my positioning is not very fucking good, but landing on the train again, you can always go in, push with your devotion or any type of gun you've got. Rushing in can always put pressure on other people, especially in between rounds as well. Landing on them can always be quite a good tactic because they are always unsuspecting. A lot of them are healing half the time. The bullets are actually quite curved as well. When I say curved, it's a weird saying, but the train physics aren't actually up to date with anything. They are the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen in my life. If you try to attack someone while the train is moving, you will probably not get very far. Grenades, bullets, and anything else you try to throw at people will probably get curved because of the awful train physics. Thank you, EA, for your shitty servers. When I mentioned placement, I meant don't stand on top of a fucking mountain. So basically, like I said, you have to run in and capture the train. So standing on top of a mountain is not always the helpfulest thing. Helpfulest is definitely a word. And this is what it looks like when I forget to stop recording. Hey, look, it's me in the lobby. Seriously, hiding in a car will not save you from my grenades. Ever. But I generally have never lost the game. These 100 hours are actually all straight wins. I've never lost the game ever. No one has ever actually killed me in this game mode. Maybe apart from Captain Brexit.
Oh, Absolute and Captain Brexit.
You've got him in your sights.
I don't care about anything. I need to kill Captain Brexit. That works.
Captain Brexit has friends.
No! Was I killed by Captain Brexit?
Yes.
And maybe the multiple time my controller died.
Theo, get on the train with Joseph.
A little pro caustic tip: if you ever are on low and or especially here, if you look at my health, look at that. That's shit. That's small, right? Basically, if you ever have this small amount of health, do what I do. Put gas traps around you. It's like a cloaking device. You put like a little skunk on everybody. You become this little rodent. They can't get you. They can't get you unless it's an enemy caustic. But we'll chat about that another time. Surely it's flawless. Just surround yourself in gas traps. Surround yourself in your own ultimate. You know they can't get you. Charge up your syringes. Charge up your health. You know, get yourself back up to full, and then push the middle cart. Especially for this game mode, getting rushed is one of the worst things that can happen, and you can immediately counter that with caustic's traps. As you can see here, that Rave actually tried to push the back of the train, and I actually stopped it with a gas trap. And you can always push out as well to go and attack them. Flawless technique. Tell you, it will never fail you, and if it does, we'll blame it on you. Here is a very good example of rushing the middle car. As you see, that no one can actually push us because the gas is in the way. And if anyone did try, you can always like lock onto them, because I was playing as caustic. You can actually see where their exact location is if they're close enough.
Yeah, we've won.
Hey, I gassed them off the back of the train, but it killed me.
And as a little counter argument to all of you non-caustic players or caustic haters, because there's a lot of you, if you ever just want to stop us, just spray into the gas with a devotion or a havoc. It will probably get us. We're probably healing in a corner somewhere. Just come shoot us. You know, we're miserable. We like to camp in corners. We lose a lot of games, and it's just how it is. It's the caustic, the Nox life, the, you know, the gas goblins, the toxic troll. Fuck you. What? Stop harassing me, please. On a serious note, caustic can be a very big pain to play against, and you can always counter him. I will think about making a video on how to counter him, because, you know, I play a lot of him, and it's only fair to be very two-sided with these things. I do really hope you enjoyed this type of video, especially as a new addition to the Apex files. I really enjoyed making this, and I thought it would be a nice thing to put out there before Christmas, and I really hope you all have a fantastic Christmas. And, yeah. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next video, and I will do another 100 hours whenever the time is right. Leave me some suggestions, by the way, because I'm a YouTuber, generic, and I'm out of ideas, so please help me out here. Adios, Crusaders and Legends, and I'll see you in the next one.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow, bop, boom, pow, bop, pow, bop, boom, pow, bop, pow, bop, boom, pow.